Hi everyone, welcome to this Get Unready with me. Now I hope you can see me because it's nighttime and I usually use at least some natural light when I film, but obviously I can't. So hopefully you can see me just fine. You will notice that my eyes are obviously different. I was playing around with green eyeshadow. There's a whole lot of stuff up here to remove, including glitter and glitter glue. So let's just jump right in so I can go to bed. To remove my eye makeup, and I use waterproof mascara, so I need an intense eye makeup remover. I use this one from Kiko Milano. It's very similar to the Clinique one, which I also have here. This is my little travel bottle, but obviously I've not been traveling anywhere because of the situation. So that one's very full. And this one is getting empty, but I'm going to use this, and it's sort of a two-phase thing. It separates in the bottle, so you have to shake it before you use it, and it is oil-based, so it is going to get off all of that makeup. So it's very important not to rub at your eye, particularly when you have glitter, and it's also just bad for your eyelashes to be rubbing aggressively at them. So I like to place my saturated cotton pad onto my eye and just hold it in place for a minute. Not for that long, for like 30 seconds maybe. Just let it sort of sink into all that mascara, because my mascara is super duper waterproof. And like you can see, I've got a ton of eyeshadow on. Green eyeshadow is interesting. It's like challenging because if you blend it out at the edges, you get like a weird colour, you know? So you can see a nice little lash imprint there. How are we doing? Looking like a mess. Okay, just gonna wipe downwards. I never wipe across. I wipe down, just in the direction of the lashes. And I also wipe upwards, so not with glitter because I don't want to put glitter into my eye. But if I get a clean pad, more makeup remover, I like to go in from underneath and go upwards and then hold that in the lashes as well. And I will keep going with this until there is literally no eye makeup left on my lashes, because I don't want anything irritating my eyes while I sleep, because I have super dry eyes anyway. The last thing I need is remnants of mascara. Right, there's still some glitter, but my cleanser will get that off. Let's do the other eye. I'll be back in a minute. So I also use this all makeup remover just to get rid of my eyebrows, and also to get rid of any lip liner that is remaining. This stuff will just dissolve liquid lipstick. Like, this is really good. It's very, very similar to the Clinique one, I have to say, but I'm pretty sure this is cheaper, so I mostly use this one. Okay, moving on to cleansing. So my favourite cleansing oil is this one from DHC, which is a Japanese brand, and it's a completely liquid hydrophilic facial oil. That means that it likes water, so it's one of those oils that you massage on dry, but then when you add water it turns milky and just rinses away. So I just, of course it's very liquidy, you have to be careful, and then I usually just rub it into my hands before I go like this. And this stuff is super effective. I've tried others and I just always come back to this one because it just melts everything. And if you use non-waterproof mascara, unlike me, like I have to use a special eye makeup remover mostly because my waterproof mascara is so super waterproof. But with a normal non-waterproof formula, you don't even really need the extra step. You'll just be able to massage this into the eyes, well, into the eyelids and the eyelashes, and remove your makeup I also have makeup on my neck, so I'm going to take a little bit extra and get everything off. Okay, time to rinse. Okay, now that I'm suitably wet and all of the oil is gone, I'm going to go in with my second cleanser. This is from Laneige, and it's a foaming cleanser with its pH balancing. I think it's slightly acidic, but it's just a nice second step. It won't remove your makeup by itself, but it gets rid of the last traces, which is what I want, because I do not want a single speck of makeup left on my face when I go to bed, because I'm just acne prone, and if I don't clean my face completely, it does not end well. Right, back to the sink. I'm gonna dry myself off with my Beauty Pie cleansing cloth. Oh, these are really nice. They're double-sided, so they've got like a fluffy side and a more cottony side. And they come with a little hanging thing, so you can hang them up, which is great. And I have several packs of these because they're honestly really good. Okay. And you can see, even with like a double cleanse, there's still like the tiniest bit on the cloth that's come out of my hairline, because obviously I haven't like soaked right up into my hair, and with like blending my bronzer and like contour back into my hairline, there's still like a little bit up there. Like my face is completely clean, but around here it's sometimes hard to get all the makeup out. So I'm going to go in with my micellar water. This is from Simple, and these are reusable pads. I don't use these for like removing my eye makeup and stuff, because getting the mascara out of them is just too challenging and it ruins them. But I use these for my toner. Another reason I use this as part of my routine, as well as getting residue out of my hairline, yeah, there's a bit in there, is that I live in an area with very hard water. You know, that kind of water that leaves a residue in your kettle, makes scum on the top of your tea. It just has lots and lots of mineral deposits in it. And so when I wash my face with tap water, as one does, because you're not going to wash your face with bottled water, when I wash my face with tap water, I find that my skin gets quite dry from just the residue of the water, because the water down here runs over like chalk and stuff. So I like to use a toner, any kind of toner, or micellar water, just to remove the residue of the tap water off my face. If you have less sensitive skin or just less dry skin, this probably won't be an issue for you. It certainly wasn't an issue when I lived in the northwest, where I'm originally from. And we're done with the cleansing portion. We can move on to the skincare. Now, I'm not someone who uses the exact same skincare every day. Like, I have a bit of a routine. I use an acid to exfoliate and clean out blackheads and stuff about twice a week. I use a retinol about twice a week, and then the other 3 days I don't use either, because I have dry sensitive skin. Some people can use an acid every day or a retinol every day or whatever, but for me it's better if I just pace it out and have some days off. So yesterday I used my BHA CosRx emulsion. This is really good for blackheads and stuff. It's like loosening them up. So today I'm going to go in with my retinol. This one is from Beauty Pie. And I have a little Jade roller which I use to massage in the product. At first I thought these things were a gimmick, but they're actually really nice for massaging in your skincare. For one, they don't absorb product, so you don't have to worry about your expensive skincare getting absorbed into your fingertips. The second, I find they really do push the product into the skin. And thirdly, they give you a little massage which helps with the lymphatic drainage, so you're going to reduce any puffiness, particularly in the morning, you know, if you have puffiness around your eyes. Obviously you want to be gentle with massaging around your eyes, but if you do have some puffiness, a little massage like this will help. And I always make sure that I include under the jawline with my anti-aging products, because we don't want any looseness going on down here. And I am going to use my finger to apply it to my nose, because applying it to your nose with a roller is difficult. With this, I also use the Super Retinol eye cream. Again, this is something I only use a couple of times a week because I can't handle a huge amount of retinol right now. A lump there. Because I recently had an allergic reaction on my face and my skin is extra sensitive. But before that, I could use this every day if I wanted to. Not twice a day, but definitely every night time. As it is at the moment, I'm a little bit extra sensitive, so I'm just using it a couple of times a week. You can probably tell from watching me rub my skin that my skin is quite sensitive. It gets red very easily. The redness does go down, it's just... I blush really easily as well, I'm just one of those people. While that sinks in, I'm going to apply some cream to my neck, and I'm going to go in with this one from Rodial. This is a night cream that has Venom and Retinol and Matrixyl. Bunch of stuff, really. Got this in the sale a while ago, and I've been using it as a neck cream. It has a little pump action mechanism that dispenses the right amount. And I'm just going to apply this with my hands rather than with the roller, because I find rolling the front of my neck feels kind of weird and I don't really like it. It's obviously really important that you don't forget your neck with your sunscreen and with your skincare. Like, I can completely understand not wanting to put like your expensive serums that you put on your face all over your neck, because you're going to use twice as much and you're going to get through it a lot quicker. I don't put all of my sort of serums right down onto my neck and décolletage here, but I do make sure that I use a moisturiser that I like down here, because I don't want to get a wrinkly old lady neck. Necks and hands are things that give away age. Okay, now that that's on there, I'm going to add a little more serum to my face. This is one I use every day, every morning, pretty much every night time. This is the Clinique Even Better Serum, and this is for dark spots and hyperpigmentation. Now I have a few little sun spots sort of around here. They're only very faint, but I noticed them, and it's because I spent a lot of time in the sun last summer and I got a few little bits of pigmentation that I hadn't had before and that I'd rather not have. So sometimes I put this all over my face, but today, because I've got my retinol on as well, I'm just gonna whack that in the areas that's concerning for me. A little bit down here where I had a spot that's been a bit scarry. Okay. That will do for that one tonight. Finally, moisturiser. I know this is a lot of layers, but I have very dry skin. So after all my serum-y stuff, which is more like treatment things, I just like to lock everything in with a good simple moisturiser. And the Clinique DDML Plus, that dramatically different moisturising lotion plus, it's a long name, that's why people call it DDML. But this is just a really, really good moisturiser. Like, it's not a treatment type of product, it's just hydration and keeping the skin nice and not dry. And again, I'm going to use my little roller to really massage this in. I find that by using a roller, I can get my skin to absorb a lot more product than I can get it to absorb with my hands. I don't know why it is. I'm not an expert in like blood flow and absorption of product, but I do find that my skin will drink up more product using the Jade roller, and that's fine with me. As much hydration as I can possibly get. And one of the reasons I really like this moisturiser is because it is quite rich without being super thick or greasy. Clinique take their reactions, like their testing process for reactions to their products very seriously. It's one of the reasons I like them so much, because I have sensitive skin and I know that if they are testing a product and someone reacts to it, they go and look at that product again and they will reformulate it to make sure that it is all okay. I mean, obviously that doesn't include like people having a specific like allergic reaction to like an individual ingredient, which I do have with some sunscreens. Like there are just some sunscreens that I can't use because I'm allergic to them in the same way that some people are allergic to nuts, and you know, that's never going to be, that's not the skincare brand's or the product's fault, you know, that's just an unfortunate thing. But Clinique are great for sensitive skin. Like I said, they take their testing process for, you know, reactions really seriously. And if you buy a Clinique product and it works badly for you, like it really makes you break out or something, you can go back to the counter and tell them, and in my experience they will exchange it for something. They will just take it back and say, okay, there was a problem, you paid money and it didn't work for whatever reason, and that's in the product's fault rather than your fault because it made you really break out or whatever happened, you know, didn't really work for you. Like I took a product back once because it burned my eyes. I do have very sensitive eyes, and there was this moisturiser that when it got into my eyes it really burnt, made them water, which is really unusual. But I went back, and even though I'd obviously opened it and used it, they just took it back, no problem. I got something else. I went away a very happy customer. And I do think their customer service is pretty good like that, or it always has been in my experience. And I think it's kind of a shame that, I don't know, some people think of Clinique as a bit of a, I don't know, old-fashioned brand, or it's, you know, it's not that hip and trendy, it's not releasing new products all the time. People think of it a bit more as like, I don't know, for older people sometimes. I think that's probably why they got Emilia Clarke in to do an advertising campaign, because like the entire world watched Game of Thrones. But I hope more young people will try Clinique, because in my experience it is just one of the best brands out there if you have sensitive skin. Okay, that, get the last bit off the roller, that is me done apart from the lips. I've got my Laneige lip mask. This is kind of expensive, but it will last you for ages. Like I've had this for ages, and look at my little dents in there. Like it will last so long. It is worth the money, believe me. You don't need much. It's super rich. So if you have dry lips like I do, this is a really good one. Although once I put it on, my boyfriend refuses to kiss me because he really hates getting this on his lips. Yeah, I'm done. That is my makeup removal evening skincare regime. I hope you have a good night's sleep. I hope I have a good night's sleep. It's been so hot recently, just lying there like, I can't breathe, it's so hot, I can't sleep. Hopefully it'll be better tonight. Okay, sleep well.